Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to pair up the BeatBuddy with the Roland MC101. Here we go. So first you're going to hear the Roland first. I'll turn them all up. So I'm going to kick the BeatBuddy on. Let me start that over again so you can hear it kick in. This here, track 1 is a drum. Okay, so now you can see that the BeatBuddy, when you go from, when you put your little fills in there, it does trigger the MC101 to give it the fills as well, which is great. So I have track 1 for drums and I also have track 3 for drums as well. So let me just... So number 3, the reason I put drums on number 3 as well is just so I can get a kind of a double bass drum going. Okay, so let's say that you don't like that extra little noise, right? So first we got to do, we gotta find that noise. So first thing we do is we go to, I think it's gonna be on track 4. Let me just make sure. So it was coming out on the, when it was on the second part of the, okay, so it's definitely on track 3. Okay, let's see what that is now. So we go to note ear. Track 3. So I think it's that number. I think it's a snare. Let me double check that here. We hit sequence. Okay, so it's definitely a snare. So there's a couple of things we could do. We could take it completely out, but it's probably not a good idea to take it completely out. So the other thing that we can do is we can find where that is exactly, and we can do that by hitting Shift Sound, and then number 10 is the pad. Since we don't want to get rid of it completely, we can just turn down the level, and it'll take it out. That's one thing we can do. Another thing that we can do is maybe give it a little bit of a, maybe pan it to the right a little bit so it's not in your face. It's kind of off to the side. Let's see what else we can do. Maybe we could do just a little bit of delay. Might not sound good on a snare. We'll try it. All right, let's see what that did real quick. So we'll hit exit on that and exit on that, and let's try it again. So now you can tell it's not as loud. It's not as in your face as it was. So any one of those sounds that you don't see, let's see. So that's number 3. That doesn't sound very good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit Shift Sound, hit Pad 3, and I'm definitely going to take that one out. That sounds really bad. The bad thing is I mean, there might be a way to do this, but I don't think you can change the individual pads to different sounds. I know you can do that on the Korg Electribe, but on this one, I think you have to change out the whole drum kit. So I'm just going to turn down what I don't like to listen to. So I'll turn down this to about 33 and see what that sounds like. Have it there just a little bit, and maybe you want to pan that one. So now it's just in the right, so it's not as annoying. Probably don't want any delay on that one, so I think that's good. So basically that's anything that you hear in there, like if you didn't like that big crash, you can just find out, okay, where is that big crash coming from? That number 5. See, that's number 5. Say you don't like that. Bring that down. You know, it crashed real hard when you started it. See, it's not there. There it is. Alright, so that's basically what you do on those annoying ones. So let me blend in. So the way also what you have to do to get this to work is you have to, in the BeatBuddy itself, you have to push these 2 down and then go to where it says main pedal, push that down, and then we're going to go to MIDI settings, push that down, and then we're going to go to out, and then the output type is MIDI out, so that's what we got it on. And then the channel is important because you're going to be triggering the channel in the Roland. I think the next MIDI that comes out is going to automatically be able to do this stuff, but you have to manually do it with the MIDI that we have now, which is okay. It's not a big deal. So actually I have it set on channel 5. So it's set on over here on channel 5. Just for demonstration purposes, I'll leave it there. Then we get out of there. We are going to sync it. Always on, start. We're going to start off with the intro. This is important because if you don't, by default, I think it goes to main beat. So when you push the BeatBuddy, nothing happens on the Roland until the main beat comes on, and then it starts, and you're like, well, what happened to the intro? This is, if you don't set this to intro, then it's only going to trigger when it goes to main beat. So I've got to set to intro. Okay, and now sync stop. It's going to do this. Anytime you pause it or you end it, it'll also pause or end the MC101, so we definitely want that. Notes. I'm assuming that when it goes into like a roll or something, it triggers the different notes. I haven't tried it without it. For this demonstration, I'm just going to leave it on and keep going. Maybe I'll come back and do that. And then next part, if you want to leave it on there, it's enabled. So that's definitely enabled. And then time signature and everything else is there. So now we're just going to go back. Now the BeatBuddy is set up for trigger off of number 5, right? And so all you got to do over here is make sure that your You go to Shift, Filter, and it goes to System, and you click on there. So you can see on channel 4 it's set to number 5. Channel 3 is set to number 5, MIDI 5. Channel 2 is set to number 5, and channel 1. So every single one of these is going to be triggered by the BeatBuddy. I've triggered 1 and 3 so far, and let me go ahead and show you what it looks like when I trigger the rest of them. Okay, so 1 and 3 are pretty much percussion. Number 2 is a little bit of a bass. It's kind of faint there. And then 4, some kind of a flanger, phaser kind of thing. So those are what those sound like. So the BeatBuddy is definitely triggering them. Transitions, everything. And it has a different pattern when it goes to the part 2 of the BeatBuddy. Okay, so then you bring in your drums so you can really hear it. Okay. So just for example, if I have the MIDI for track 1 set to 1, now all of a sudden the BeatBuddy doesn't trigger it. Oh well, I guess it does. I guess it's on a kind of a multi-channel. Oh, see, it doesn't trigger everything. It'll trigger the one track. I guess there's something internal that's going ahead and letting it do it. But you hear when you've got it on the correct channel, then you get everything. Let's see what happens when we put it on channel 1 and do the same thing. You see, when you have it on channel 1 and you do the fills, it doesn't really do anything, right? But if you get it on the correct channel, you hear more instruments, and then you hear it click in when you so that's the difference. If you get it on the right channel, then it's going to do what you want. But if you had like channel 4 here, that you did not want to trigger, then you just put it on channel 4 and it should not trigger. Yeah, see, so channel 4 won't trigger. I think channel 1 is basically a drum, so that's why. But your other channels, so let's see, go to channel 3 and take that off of 5. Oh, channel 3 is a drum. Remember, I told you that was a drum channel, so that was a bad example. Let me go to 2. See, it won't do it on number 2. So we'll put it back on channel 5 so they'll all be triggered like I had it set up. Channel 4, go to channel 5. Okay, so they all should be triggered now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I have the BeatBuddy and the Roland going to a 4-track, so let me go ahead and turn up the BeatBuddy so you can hear them both now. The old classic BeatBuddy sound there. Do it, BeatBuddy! BeatBuddy breakdown! Okay, well, if you have any questions or comments, just send me a comment below and I will see if I can answer it. Or if you want me to do another video that shows something else, let me know and I can do that as well. Hit subscribe if you like what you've seen. I appreciate it, and God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.